my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 2 in our Spring Fairies series, and this is a Sweet Pea Papers project, not a design team project. And we're using the Victoria Design Kit called Spring Fairies. Of course, you can use any kit or papers you want. You don't have to use the Victoria Designs papers. What we didn't go over real quick in the first video was how we're going to make our book. It's the same as I've been making my books lately because I like the ability to hide the flaps under the paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold two 8.5 by 11 cream colored papers in half. Then we're going to fold a coffee dyed paper in half. Okay, and put it in. Then we're going to take one of those folders and we're going to put it in. And then we'll have one more of the cream colored papers. And so then on the other side it's going to be the same. You're going to have the folder, the coffee dyed paper, and the cream colored paper. So all together we will have 2, 4, that's already decorated, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pages to decorate. Now that I've added the file folder in and there's 14 pages to decorate, first of all, I usually do the 2 coffee dyed papers off camera because they're usually just one of the pockets that comes with the kit, or a cluster or a stencil or something like that. I am going to ink the pages, and since the kit papers are usually brown most of the way around, except for when we're using these on envelopes, you know, when we're using the long papers, then I'm going to go ahead and ink this in Vintage Photo. And then, I haven't done that yet, so if we get done this envelope stack, I've decided, sorry, it's changed in the middle of that sentence because I realized I was going to say something I didn't want to say. The envelope stack that we're making here is going to go on the cover. I've decided, not the first page. I've been thinking about it, and I want to put it on the cover. We'll have an inch all the way around, so I will be able to offset it, and then you know, cover the cover underneath, offset this, put it on as a pocket, and we'll have a card in the front with the charm. Okay, so let's go ahead. Like I said, I haven't inked this and I haven't numbered it yet. Do not number your coffee dyed papers because depending on what you put on here, right, you might be able to see it. I'm thinking the cutout fairies that I'm going to put the triple thick on, which I haven't done that yet either. And I'm going to have to do the triple thick on all these pages when we get done with them. So the first thing we're going to do is, let's do this first. Let's cover the backs of the CDs. Now I took these papers, and we'll still have the top half to use as a writing card, and we're going to use the bottom half with the small picture on the back. So we're going to mark it, and I didn't ink it. How did I not ink it? Doing these in pink. Oh, I changed the green to Mowed Lawn, which is a darker green. Well, it's a more grass green, but I don't have to do it 6 times, and you can see it. The bundled sage is just too light, and I was having way too much trouble getting it dark enough to actually see. So we're going to ink this. It looks like I'm going to have to trim a little bit of paper. We've already cut it for our side pocket, didn't we? Oh, it looks like I accidentally, there we go. Some of the glue, I went ahead and covered the insides. I did it opposite, so this is the paper on the front of the CD on the other one, and I did it backwards on the other one, so the inside of the other CD is this. And then I still have to make the card with the tab, and it looks like one of them is going to have a charm, not both, maybe. Okay, so we're going to ink the back real quick because I forgot. This isn't very dark either, but we already did the other CD cover in pink. So we're going to do this one in pink as well. And there's plastic all the way up to the end there, so it doesn't want to ink. Remember, we want to glue the paper all the way up to this backing paper, or this paper, so that we end up gluing it shut. Otherwise, you're going to have it open at both ends and be like a tube. Okay. All right. You're not going to really see it, so it's not going to make any difference except when you look at it from the end. In fact, I'm going to trim this a little bit right now. Looks like for some reason I just cut it a little crooked. Okay, so now let's measure this. I meant to leave a little border on the others, but see if I do that on this. Let's make it like the other one. Okay, where's my pencil? I'm going to mark it here. Then we're going to mark it here. And we'll cut it crossways first so we have this whole paper before we trim this edge off. So this is the top. That's pretty. You can put a belly band over here, even an acetate one, maybe with some lace on it. I don't know yet. It's kind of weird. Wow. No, I like this one better. I was going to say we got all the flowers on this side. Oh, but they go the other way. No, they don't. I was going to say there is a mushroom there. We want to put it on this way. And it looks like it's a little short. I can just cut a little bit more off. For the pocket, see, I cut it crooked. Yeah, see, that's fine. I still have. Yeah, that's just going to be shorter. And it's going to go this way. I didn't ink the paper. You're not going to see it that much because it's pink, but it's going to take that white edge off. We have to put a little more on the corners so we can slide it around, because once it hits that glue that's already on the paper there, it's going to want to just stick. Just stay where you stick it, so you're going to want to be careful. Make sure it seals. This shut. Okay, there we go. We could even leave it and have a writing space. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, now we're going to do the other one. And we're going to do the same thing, only on the opposite side. Or, you know, the image is going to be on the opposite side. A piece of lead broke off. Okay. I'm kind of sleepy. I woke up at 10:30 last night and couldn't go back to sleep. So I was up for 3 hours. I almost started recording this. Then I decided no, I was too tired. And so then I laid back down and I slept for 2 hours. And of course I woke up sleepier than I was when I went to sleep. It's always a mistake, it seems like to me. I should have just drank some coffee or something probably. Now see, on this tan you'll notice the pink. So both CD covers will be inked in the pink. I made a rhyme. Okay. Guess I should have double checked and made sure I didn't need to trim it anymore. Nope. Since this was taking up so much time, I decided that it would be the cover as well. That was another reason. But it'll give us a cover that's a little bit different because it's going to be a hardcover book, and I would like to put book corners on. I should get those out. Otherwise I'll forget. And I think that might be kind of neat. Remember to put your picture on right side up. I think it would be kind of neat to have the book corners and everything like it's a quote-unquote regular book, and then put the envelope stack on the front. Okay. So we've got those two. Now, we're going to be putting windows in the long envelopes. We have to cut the long envelopes for the height as well. I've already inked them in green and I've picked out the papers. But first, we're going to have to cut them to size, and then we're going to cover the fronts, and then we're going to put the windows in. And I'm going to try something and see if I can cut them both at the same time. I should be able to. Take a drink of pop. I am so thirsty. Okay, so this is going to be the height. It's going to be the height of the main page, which, oh, is right there. So it's going to be the height of this, which is the same as this. So this is going to be the back of this one. The dark. I think maybe this. That way we can put something on it. I think we've already got this. Do we? No, we don't. Huh. That might be interesting. Put this on one and this on the other. Alright, well that's the back, so we'll think about that in a minute. So we're going to take these and we're going to put them on here. Now this one, I've inked and set up for a side pocket in this way to put some stationery in, maybe a writing card. This one I've set up for us to cut off for a top pocket. So I didn't cut these little tabs off. Alright, but we're going to have to cut both of them in the same manner. Now the one that's going to be the top pocket, I don't want it as tall as this one. However, I don't want it as short as the shorter envelopes, because then what would be the point? So I'm going to get these shorter envelopes out. I'm going to get one so we can use it to measure. So we don't want one any shorter than that. This is the stationary one, so I want to keep it long. So this one I want shorter, but I don't want it as short as this. I don't think we have to worry about that. So let's make it this tall. So you want to have a card with a tab so we can put a charm on it. So let's make it this tall. Then this one is going to be the height of the paper. You know what? We're going to put it in the middle. You know what I mean? We're going to slide it up. So let's go in between. And it doesn't want to come off because the ink is there. So we'll do that one there. And then this one is going to be the height of the paper. So let's line it up. Oh, for goodness sakes. And then we're going to cut it off. You know, I think I did this backwards. I think if we want the tab to stick up and have a charm on it, I think we want this one to be the height of the paper, and we'll just make the stationery shorter. I think that's what I want to do, or a little bit less, you know. Then this one, we'll put halfway between this one and that one. Let's go ahead and make it shorter. We'll put this one back with the other one. Then we're going to cut these. And even though we're going to have to glue one of them back, the one for that side pocket, we're not going to glue it yet. Okay, so this is the left, this is the top. This is the right, and that makes this the top. It's just for our reference. Now we're going to open them up. These particular envelopes open up pretty well, or easily. Of course, that one tears. It's all right, we're putting paper over it. And now we're going to take, this is the top, and this is the top. So we're going to, oh, that's not going to work. Yes, it will. I want to cut the hole in the bottom of this one and the top of that one. So we're going to put them together. And then I'm going to get this die. And we're going to put, that's one size too big. And these are so, oh, I guess we gotta cover them first, don't we? And we have to ink them now that we know where the top is. I forgot to set my timer. Forgot to put the pad on. This is so much easier. It's called Mowed Lawn. This one's going to be folded up and have a top pocket. Okay. This one's our one that's going to be like this. This is the flap that will be underneath. So we're going to need to ink it like this. Ink it over onto your paper that's going to be underneath a little bit, because some of it might show. Then we're going to have to ink the papers as well. I'm still going to have to cut that off a little bit, but we're going to cut the width first. Now we will have part of the word on here and part of it off, but this one I am going to cut it so you can see the border. I'm going to go ahead and mark it, but we're going to cut it here again first. Then we have just a little bit to take off the top. This looks just a smidge crooked. I don't know how I managed to cut it crooked on both sides. I can't believe I think I'm going to have to print this again. Oh, come on. Well, the window's going to go right over these, isn't it? Could have done this in vintage photo. I think this is the second one we've glued down, that it was these butterflies. I wish I had done the CD covers this way, but that's alright. So we've got this one. Oops, it's not done. It's not done, it's just covered on the front. We're going to take this half of the paper Now, I need to decide whether I want to see the writing or I want to see this, and I think I want to see the writing. Well, it looks like it's going to get cut off. So we're going to cut this so that the windows on the bottom on this side, or this envelope, and on the top on the other. That's my plan anyway. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Oz. Now, we may be able to use this for something. Oz. He's barking at somebody going up and down the stairs. I don't want him to be the barky dog. You will definitely hear in video 1 the dog upstairs howling. When I did the editing, I was like, oh my gosh. That is not Oz. He's not a howler. So this way we've used just one piece of paper and we've got a nice scrap, the center of the paper, that we can use as a belly band or something. or even a pocket on this page. Or a tuck, because we're going to have a window at the bottom of this page. Oh, we could use it as a pocket on the other side though. That looks nice. Okay, so now that I'm over being a numbskull, I don't know why, but my throat is very dry and scratchy. Top. That's the top. Now we cannot paper clip them together, but we can put a piece of washi right there. Oz, 3. I used to do 1, 2, 3 timeout, but now I've realized that he knows that he can go past 1 and 2. He knows 3. Oh, look at that green ink. Green on my finger. Okay, so those are pretty sturdily, I can't say it, put together. Then I'm going to put a piece of washi on this to hold it where I want. It's a little harder to get off once it's gone through the squishy. Now normally I'm not big on using the washi, but since I've never done the double envelope flip whatever before, I'm going to make sure they don't move. So now I'm going to put them like this. Then I'm going to close this like this. And it's going to make an indentation on these, but we're covering them so it doesn't matter. Okay? Never store the plates, which are the things I put the envelope between, in your Big Shot or any of your other die cut machines, because it will warp them faster and more. Okay, so I'll take the envelopes apart if we can, now that they've been squished. a very delicate surgical procedure. For goodness sake. Yeah, normally I don't use washi. That won't matter. We will have 4 layers here. So we have this paper that we throw away. Then we're going to keep the colored piece. Anyway, there's another colored piece and another white piece. Or we can leave it like that, except for it tore this. But we can cover it. I'm not going to mess around with that anymore. Oh, here's the other half. I don't know why that's been sticking to that. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so we've got 2 of those to use as writing cards. What is going on? Oh, that glue must not have been completely dry. Going through there squished it. Well, I can't get this washi off. Alright. This one worked, the one at the bottom. This one I'm going to have to do again. Look, it tore the envelope. The washi's not coming off. So I'll have to redo this one. This one I think we've got enough thickness that we can re-ink it. Because remember, we're going to paper over this. Alright, well, I'll redo the other one off camera. Alright, we're going to have to cover the inside. We'll know right where we have to cover, so that when we put this in, then the inside is covered. And put the acetate on. This isn't going to work. and I'll tell you why. The window's too big. I can, no, I can just glue it for a top pocket or a side pocket. That'll be fine. I just can't use it to put stationery in because I can't paper this completely. Do you see what I mean? To cover where this goes. So I can still keep this and do it. That makes me mad. We weren't going to have enough time to put them on the paper anyway, but I wanted to get, now this one, we want to paper the inside. So it's going to be, you don't have to cover the whole thing. You just need to cover where the hole is. You don't have to cover the whole inside. Hopefully I'm going to cut it so that the flowers will show. So we have to ink this and put the acetate on. You know, we can use the other one. Or we can use this one for the writing. The stationery. I've got it in my mind how we can do it. Doesn't mean it's necessarily correct. Let's get some acetate. I think this one might work. Yep. We've only got 8 minutes left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to glue the acetate in. Then we're covering the inside anyway. So we'll cover the inside of the window facing with paper facing one way, and then we'll paper the other side with the paper facing the other way. That's what I'm going to try to do. Okay. Not sure this is going to work. We may end up just using it for a regular pocket. All right, now this is what I'm thinking. If we go ahead and paper this so that it covers the back, and put this on this way. Gluing it to this. Oh, that won't work. It won't work. Yep, it won't work. So now I'm just going to put the glue on here. All right, this window's on the bottom. That means I want the flowers to go this way, so that means I want to glue this on this way. So then when we glue the envelope back shut, this is what we'll see. Oh, look, that turned out nice. Oh, the butterflies are upside down. That darn washi. It's everywhere. Take this out. So that's the top. So we need to glue it in this way. You know what? I think I was looking at it upside down. But anyway, that looks really pretty with the flowers and the butterflies and the butterflies. So now we're going to, oops, we're going to glue this shut. And we're going to glue it completely shut, completely shut here. And then we will cut it for a side pocket. This side's looking kind of funky over here. So that means we'll have to glue the bottom as well. What happened here? Alright, we're going to have to leave this open and make sure the glue is all dry. Oh, it's because we flipped it around. There's glue here. because it didn't stick. Now I could have glued it and made 2 pockets. So that's going to make a top pocket and a bottom pocket. And didn't need the glue there. I need glue at the bottom. Don't do this in the order that I'm doing it. It's because I changed my mind and realized it wasn't going to work one way. Alright, so now when we paper it, we're going to paper over that. And when we cut this edge off, then we should have 2 pockets. So then we'll be able to have 2 there we go, 2 tags. Oops, I guess I should wait for that glue to dry there. Okay, so this will look like this. Then if we glue this on the back, this one will work for the other window. If we glue this on the back, then it would match the front. I can't believe I can't get that washi off. You know, I could still use this and then put a piece of ephemera right here. And I like that. Alright, so I'm going to fix this side. I'm going to ink it, put the acetate in, put this in, and glue it shut. And then we'll just put a piece of ephemera over that. I'll put a fairy over it or something. Okay, so then we're just going to cover the back of this like you normally would. Except, of course, we're not going to cover that, but we're going to cover this. And we're going to glue it shut all the way over. And that glues the back side of the envelope shut. We got to re-ink this. And then you'll need a card for each one as well. So we'll cut that. We'll glue it on, and that'll be it for this video. What a mess, huh? So this took longer because we cut the windows to where we've got one at the top and one at the bottom. I'm going to have to use another one. This one's not going to be wide enough. And then we just go ahead and glue this on all four sides, and that will close this up. So remember, you're going to have to make one card for one and 2 cards for the other. 2 cards for this one. I'm going to make sure I didn't accidentally glue the top of that one shut. Have to pull that down. We'll put something across the top because some of that washi was there that we couldn't get off. That was insane with that washi. We can put a piece of this washi. Get this washi. No, not that, but I've got these. I've got this little one that looks like wood. So I'll take a look at these and see if maybe there's some sort of washi that we can put on there that that matches to kind of cover that up. It's a little short. I don't know. It's inked pretty well. I may leave it. I really don't know why that stuck so hard. The dye and the washi. So now we've got this one on this side, this one on this side. This one is our top pocket. Oh, I haven't glued this together yet. And this is going to be our side, double side pocket. Okay? And then there's a little one up here. Just a little teeny one. Okay, and then I'll glue this one. All I have to do is glue it the same way as this one. Acetate, inking, acetate. Glue this onto here. Right? And then just glue around the edges. No glue in the center. Just glue around the edges this way so the top stays open. You want to make sure this is glued to there so the paper doesn't get caught. Okay, and then yeah, then we'll put something up there. I don't want to redo the whole thing for that stupid piece of washi. So I'll finish this one off camera. This one's done. And the CDs are done. Don't forget that. We finished those. Now, how did I do that? Did them upside down. Yeah, this one's labeled right, but it has to be the left. And it has to go this way. No, 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 no. What is wrong with me? So that one will go, not necessarily right next to it, but anyway. Okay. That's it for this video. And I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.